Hi there and welcome to this week's Golf Equipment Q&A. I'm Valerie Melvin, I'm here with Frank Thomas and we're in the Frankly Frog Putting Studio in Orlando, Florida, where it's our mission to help you improve your putting. This week's question was from Gerald. Gerald's in Pennsylvania and he's a Frankly friend, loves the putting tips, Frank.
Good.
And Gerald wanted to know about the impact of the USGA groove rule change. What do you think, Frank? Have you managed to sort of consider the performance differences over the last year?
Gerald, first of all, thank you for being a Frankly friend, and if you make some of your other friends also Frankly friends, they'll enjoy what you're enjoying, and I'm glad you're enjoying the putting tips. They're very popular. Gerald, I have got a lot of statistics, and I'd like to present them to you just to show you what the effect of the new groove rule has had on the tour average statistics. Now, I'm going to let you draw your own conclusion, but I'll show you these graphs. Now, the first one is greens and regulation. Now, you'll notice that this year we've had an increase in greens and regulation of 2%, which is something that wasn't anticipated. I think the USGA was expecting the greens and regulation to go down, but it's actually gone up 2%. The second graph you'll see is putts per round. Well, the putts per round has increased to about a very small percentage, from 29.1 to 29.3, so about 2/10 of a stroke per round. So you'll see that, and that's not particularly unusual. Now, the driving distance is very interesting because this is one of the things that the USGA has been concerned about for some time. Now, the driving distance has peaked out, and we predicted that was going to happen many years ago, and in 2006 it peaked at 289.35. Right now, this year in 2010, it went to 287.49, so it's actually decreased a little bit. The next is driving accuracy. Now, this is one concern the USGA had, that the pros on the tour were not accurate enough, were not concerned about accuracy because they were being able to get out the rough very easily. Well, the driving accuracy has not changed at all. In fact, in the last 5-6 years, it's remained at about 63%. So we haven't seen any change there. As far as the scoring average is concerned, that's kind of an interesting statistic. Over the many years since 1968, when it was about 72, right now it's about 70.75, which is 1 1/4 strokes difference over that period of time. But you see no significant difference, and I think from looking at these stats, I'd like you to draw your own conclusions. I really believe that the stats talk for themselves.
It's interesting when you look at those stats, because over time,
right,
you can sort of see the variation and any sort of potential impact or whatever that the new rules had.
And it's a lot of data too, and so we can rely on it over that period of time.
Very good, Frank. Well, that was really interesting this week.
To some people.
Well, we'll be back in touch next week, but until then,
may the frog be with you.
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Find your frog at franklyfrog.com.
Ribbit.